What's going on, y'all? So right here we're gonna be doing a transformation haircut. Right here I have my Wall Magic cordless clippers with the number 2 guard on, lever all the way closed, and we're gonna be taking off all of this hair. He is a new client. He actually found me, his dad found me on Instagram on one of the live streams and saw my work on YouTube and decided to book an appointment with me. I cut the dad and the son, but his dad wants him to go to the wave look, so we knocked it all the way down against the grain with a number 2 just so we can start the foundation. That way he can, you know, start brushing and whatnot. But we're taking everything off. We're gonna do a ball taper on the sides, also on the back. I'll be using 2 different trimmers. I'll be using the Slimline Pros, the black edition ones, not the LIs, the original ones, and then also I'll be using the Wall T-cut, retro T-cuts. But we're just making sure we knocked it all the way down even with a number 2 guard against the grain. And then right here, we're starting the first guideline with the lever all the way closed. And then once we do that guideline, right here, I opened it up in the middle, and then we're gonna open it all the way up to the, you know, the lever all the way open. And then after the lever all the way open, we'll work our way back down just to remove some dark spots by closing our lever as needed. Now, I didn't plan on recording this day. It was on a Saturday. It's pretty busy in the shop, but I know I had the time to do it. So, in the spur of the moment, I didn't have like my tripod set up or anything like that. So, I just recently purchased a stabilizer. And this is what the camera is on right now, is on a stabilizer, and this is like on my station. So the view, the angle is a little bit different, but it's still good content. I'll explain exactly what I'm doing. So right after that guideline, after the lever all the way being open, I took my 1 guard lever all the way open, and then put it in the middle, and then closed it. That way I can start softening up the guideline that the half left without the lever all the way open. And then what I cut out was the 1.5 guard because you couldn't really see what I was doing, but the top of that guideline was the 1.5 guard, so I removed that because the highest guard is the number 2 on the sides and the back. But as you can tell, the taper's coming out pretty clean. And then right here I'm just using my half guard or your 1/16 guard, depending on what system you are using, to make sure you can bring that blend together. And it's kind of difficult to get in those little, you know, right on the back of the neck area. A lot of the clients tend to have that dip, but if you use a lot of the corner work, you'll be able to remove, you know, dark spots and lines with just favoring the left and right side of that clipper. So basically I'm just doing some touch-up work. You may find yourself going back to 1 guard, a half guard, or no guard, and just removing some dark spots with the corners of your blades, as I'm doing right here. It may look like I'm using a full blade, but I'm just favoring the left and the right side of the clipper. I didn't want to lose this, you know, delete this content, because it's still good content. It's still a dope transformation. The angle was a little off, so I apologize about that. I know I'm going to get trolled in the comment section below, but it is what it is. I hope y'all still, you know, learn something from this video. So right here I'm using the black Slimline Pros. They're not the LIs, they're the, you know, the OG ones. I actually traded my GTX trimmers for these, just because I already had, you know, the ones that are modified. So I just traded the other ones, the black edition. Y'all probably gonna say like, man, what are you doing? That's not even a good trade. But look, I like the black Slimline Pros, and they cut, you know, good. They're powerful. They're cordless. So to me, it's an even trade. So basically, what I did was with the black Slimline Pros, I started my guideline. Then I went with the lever all the way open, put it in the middle, and then closed it. Now I'm on my 1 guard. I started with the lever all the way open, and then I'm closing the lever as needed to soften up that guideline from the half, which is the lever all the way open. Again, the highest guard I'll be using is the 1.5 guard as I'm using right here. At this point, I had asked the dad if he could hold the stabilizer to get a better angle, because I was having difficulty trying to find the right angle for y'all. And like I said, I wanted to record this content, so right here I'm using my half guard to bring that blend together on the sides. And so what I'm gonna do on this client, the previous barber did push his edge up back, and he is pretty light in certain areas, so I kept it as natural as possible. I lined it up, but I also did the airbrush at the end of this video, so stay tuned, watch this full tutorial, that way you can see the outcome after using the airbrush. So right here I'm just having no guard on there, and I'm opening and closing my lever as needed, and then I just go back to the 1 guard to kind of erase some dark spots. It may look like the video is a little shaky, but the dad's not a cameraman, so I just asked him if he could help me out just holding it a little bit. But it does stabilize the camera when used right. I actually recorded some videos for the church, so it does its job. I'll leave a link in the description below for the stabilizer that I just purchased. It was on Amazon, and it was a good buy to me. It wasn't too expensive. So basically what you do to one side, you do to the other. The reason why you see a little bit of motion with the stabilizer is during the haircut, kids are gonna move, y'all. You just gotta be patient with them and just kind of keep them entertained. So as the dad's telling him like, yo, stay still, don't move, he's moving his shoulder because the stabilizer has a shoulder pad. That way you can stabilize the camera, but as he's telling his kid to, not to move, he's also moving as well. But it's still good content. And I can use these trimmers on adults and kids, and they hit pretty nice. Like I said, I don't know, I asked to borrow them from one of the barbers, and then I was like, look bro, you trying to switch up? You trying to trade? So right here, y'all, you see how he's a little bit light in the front area, and what you don't want to do is take his lineup all the way to where it's dark, because there's a lot of baby hairs that you can line up. And then now we have these airbrush compressors that are in our shop now that we purchased that can apply that Kiss Express enhancements and darken that lineup, and then you don't have to push the edge up back. But you could tell the previous barber just decided to cut where it was dark, and as a kid you don't want to keep doing that, because then it's going to end up staying like that as he gets older, and that's where his edge is going to be, in my opinion. But right here, so I'm going to go ahead and just hold a card up right there around his hairline to keep it nice and straight, and I'm just going to spray from a distance. Now I'm using Kiss Express, I'm using darkest brown, and we have a mixture to it, but I'll leave a link in the description of where I got my air compressor at. It came with 3 different guns. I love it. I've been using it almost every day, and you just got to make sure you clean it and maintain it, that way it doesn't clog up or anything like that. But my clients love it. I actually charge an extra $5 for the hairline, and then for the haircut or the hairline and beard I'll do like $10. But I do it for free for the first time, that way the clients can see that it actually works, and of course they're gonna come back and want it again. So now your service is an upcharge, and it looks natural. It doesn't look like what you see on Instagram. It doesn't look like paint, is what they say. It's natural. This looks natural. I'm spraying from a distance. I'm not making it too dark, and this is the finished product. A number 2 all the way around, ball taper on the sides and back, added a little bit of enhancement, and my client is looking A1. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, share, and comment. Team Gifted, stay gifted.